Are you feeling blue this morning, Robert?
I am not feeling blue at all. I'm feeling rosy because my peach of a girl is stood next to me.
Oh.
I'll tell you what is blue though. Both the sea and the sky. It's a fabulous day.
I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Honey, I got what you want.
Hi, we are Rob and Ali sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel. And Robert, you are being extra cheesy this morning.
I don't think I'm being extra cheesy, but I am being extra cheesy.
Oh, and the extra is because it is Easter.
It is Easter. It is Easter long weekend, which is great. It means we can come on a cruise and don't take a day off work. But it's actually Easter Sunday today.
Yeah, and it is glorious.
It's fabulous.
Absolutely beautiful.
It is. We've come to a complete standstill. The water's very still. I'm going to keep an eye out, and we may see some wildlife. Yeah, I don't think it's the season for the whales, but I think there may still be some dolphins around.
We'll keep an eye out. Now, we'll probably have to find a little bit of shade, I think, because it's so beautiful.
Everybody's
Slap on
outside.
the factor 50.
Yeah.
The kids are all in the pool already. We haven't even had breakfast and it's already absolutely heaving up here.
And I think there are a few activities on for Easter today, so we'll check it out on the Fun Times and see what's going on for Easter. I do know that this evening all the restaurants have got the same meal, a special meal for Easter, so we'll check that one out too.
Now, what was quite special about this morning as well is that they have been quite considerate on Carnival, is that they have done some non-denominational Easter services. They're going to do some for the special forces, some Easter services.
Military, yeah.
So I think that that's really nice for them to do that as well, and not just kind of have it all as just one big kind of party thing, in a nice way. And then, as you say, lots of activities later on. So
we're going to have crack on because the last few days have been so busy for us, and we had a bit of a lie-in this morning, so we need to get to the restaurant before it closes and get some breakfast. So we'll crack on and we'll come back to you later.
There are 3 dining options for breakfast that are included in your fare. So that is either the pantry, which is kind of, open buffet style. There is also Angelo's and Waterfront, which are your waiter on service options. Today we decided to come to Angelo's. We like Angelo's. It's a little bit quieter, a little bit more subdued. But when we came to the desk, it was about 9:25, and they will still continue seating people up until 9:30. And they asked us if we had booked on the app, either if we were Byron Beach Club, which gets automatic reservations in this restaurant, or if we had already booked on the app. And we kind of looked bewildered and said, no, it says it's open seating. And they said, no, you still have to book on the app. So first of all, let me just kind of caveat this by saying the app is really, really good. It is really good and really comprehensive on the app. It gives you all the daily planner and all what you can do for your meals, but also about booking for your restaurants. Anyway, the way it works is that you can't book it in advance to have breakfast here each day or breakfast in the Waterfront. The Waterfront is the same. You need to make a reservation, but you can only make a reservation during the opening hours on the day. So I believe this opens, I can't remember.
I think it's 7:30.
It's about 7:30, something like that. So you can only then make a booking between the 7:30 to the 9:30. And as we were sort of standing there, it then said, bong, and it had closed actually the bookings about 7 minutes, something like that, before 9:30, and we were no longer able to book it. Luckily, there was one of the officers was there, and he just came through and he said it's not a problem. There was another couple as well that was struggling. But it put us on the back foot a little bit, and I think the waiters inside as well, because they weren't given a heads up about who was coming through. But I think when it gets very busy, that they must have had queues downstairs of people just bewildered about trying to book it on the app. Just while I'm talking about it,
Having said that, it was an excellent breakfast. I really enjoyed my breakfast.
well, I did. I mean, it kind of had the usuals of all your muffins and toasts, and then cereals and everything. They had a really, really big, wide range of breakfasts available, and you could pick and choose what you wanted off it.
Now,
It sounds really strange to say that I really enjoyed having soft-boiled eggs, but there's so many cruise lines now. They use the powdered eggs, so that you can have scrambled and you can have omelette any way you like. And then quite often the only other egg choice you've got is like fried. But I got boiled egg today, and I got it soft boiled, and it came perfectly soft boiled, so I know that that was cooked just for me. And I also got my dairy-free spread, and I got my almond milk. So I was really pleased that all those peculiar choices for me were readily available. So I was pleased about that.
there is a choice of eggs, but that doesn't include poached eggs. It says you can have 2 sides, but I ordered more than 2 sides, and there was no question. It was absolutely fine. I had my eggs with some sausage, bacon, beans, and mushrooms. Not a problem. So, yeah, just ask. If it's on the menu, just ask, and they'll mix and match it for you.
So just while I'm talking about the app for food, you really do need to make use of the app. It says here about you can have your food delivered to your location. So you can order food, you have to pay for this food, but it's things like pizzas and crispy chicken wings and things. But you can have it delivered to kind of the nearest location. So it won't come directly to your spot, but be a zone near where you're sitting, and you can kind of wave them over.
I'm going to explore this a little bit further, because I had a quick play with it, and what it does, it asks you to actually pinpoint where you are. It gives you a little map in a particular area, and on a particular deck, and it actually pinpoint, and then it puts a pin there. So I'm going to have a play around with this, and I might do something. We might record a little bit of a session on it later as I go through it, just to show you how it works. But this is new. I've not seen this before, and it looks like something like the Princess Medallion.
Yes.
Without the technology, but it looks like you can actually order food to a specific location. We'll check it out. It's exciting.
But you definitely need to get yourself familiarised with this app for what's going on.
Absolutely.
And things like your food options and when things are open. So I'm going to have my last little sip of tea, and then we're going to decide what we are doing. But the weather is beautiful.
It is a beautiful day.
We may just sit out and... It's very, very still. The water is absolutely
And we're stopped as well.
calm. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's go and check out what's going on outside.
It's all action family fun in the main Lido deck pool area. You can hear the music is pumping. Kids are all in the pool. And people are all lizard lounging. But the music's a little bit loud for us. It's getting up to 86, 87, 88 even recorded there. It's a little bit loud for us. We're going to try and find somewhere a little bit quieter and enjoy the views out to the ocean and get a little bit of chill and relaxed time. Let's see what it's like back in the Oasis Lounge area.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of kids on board this cruise, which is not surprising given it's an Easter cruise and Easter holiday. So we're thinking that the Oasis might be a little bit quieter. We'll go and check it out.
Life jackets are available around the pool. You don't need to check them out or anything. They're just here for you to grab and go. And they're from every size up to adults as well. And they're like it. They look hard, but they're actually a nice soft foam, and they dry, so you don't have to put them on when somebody else has worn them and they feel all wet. They dry out straight away, so they're really great. You know what they say? It's all about location, location, location. What a view we have from our sunbeds today. Is that making you feel very chillaxed, baby, today? You've got your coffee. I think what you need is a beer, don't you? I think it must be beer o'clock now.
No, it's a bit early for me just yet.
Think you'll have a little dip in the pool later?
Look, there's always a possibility.
It looks very inviting, I have to say.
I was going to do the order from the app, and the food will find you, specify where you are. Gave it a bit of a go, and I couldn't actually find anywhere that the delivery service was available, apart from a couple of areas inside. So we might try that at a different time. Anyway, not a problem, because we came into the pantry and had a nice little bowl of salad, some Italian salad to start with, and now I'm having a curry. Got a vindaloo over here.
Wow, look at that.
Vindaloo.
Every little compartment is filled with some delight.
It's sort of a medium curry. It's not too hot. Even the vindaloo's not spicy, burning hot, but it's very tasty. I'm going to enjoy this. This will fill me up for lunch.
Yeah, now they do have an Indian chef on board, so everything is authentic flavours. Is it authentic flavours for you?
It's as authentic as I know, having been to India and tasted the real thing. So, but it's it's lovely.
Well, it is Easter, so in the pantry we've got some beautiful little Easter cakes. Got that one with the little basket on, and look at this one with the bunny rabbits. And just over here, we've got one here with the little Easter eggs on top. And look at these. They're like little chickens on top. And we've got that one, looks beautiful, like a crumble with meringue on the top.
We have been really lucky to find 4 beds right at the back of the ship here. So we're hanging out with Deb and Matt. We've got this whole little area here to ourselves. I reckon we'll be right. I reckon we'll be right here for the afternoon.
So this is the new Cherry on Top store. This is where you can get all your sweets and chocolates and pick and mix. But they've also got in these little areas here, they've got the some nice bags, some carnival bags. They've got Seuss at Sea, which is the carnival kind of brand. They've got now, there we go, Dr. Seuss, some lovely hats. They also do Build-A-Bear, but they haven't got any Build-A-Bear products here. This is all just the Dr. Seuss. On some of the carnival ships you can get the Grinch breakfast, which is I think but green eggs and ham. So it's just got some lovely little sweet treats in here. And there's the pick and mix. Candy by the pound. Any chocolates or candies that you want. That used to be the old essentials shop where you could buy things like I don't know, kind of tablets and first aid things and toothbrushes that you'd forgotten. Basically, it was the essentials of things that you'd forgotten, as well as sweets and crisps. Now it's Cherry on Top. It is just the candies and things that you saw there, which was the drinks, the little drinks cups and their backpacks with the Dr. Seuss on, and some of them had Carnival on. Very, very sparse for such a size shop. And even on the pick and mix, I'd say quite a sparse, very limited selection, not a lot there, and it seems to be a little bit of a waste of space, to be honest. Doesn't need to be that big, or cram it full of all other delicious treats that you could get. I'm just going to go around and have a look at Avalon Cafe. Over at the Avalon Cafe, they have a beautiful cabinet here full of extra cakes, macaroons and donuts. These do come in at extra cost, but are kind of between $5 and $5.50. They look delicious, and the size is pretty big as well. So I think that's a pretty good buy. They also have some savoury items here in the cabinet. Got cheese board at $12, charcuterie board, and then some of these toasties here. These are for display only. They will make them up fresh for you and toast them. They're all at around $6, $7, $12 for the steak. And then, of course, jars of fresh cookies on the top. $2 for each cookie.
Here we were just minding our own business at the back of the ship when all of a sudden a pod of dolphins appeared. They just popped up. They didn't sort of jumping out of the water. They just popped up and put their backs out of the water. So it was a little bit difficult to. Hopefully we've managed to catch some. We'll see.
Oh, yeah. It is. Just right there, right where you can just see the ripple coming, the water doing it. There's one. Oh, there's another one. They are like little tiny dolphins. There's one. Yeah, they are. The little tiny dolphins. I've got it.
Am I getting it?
Wow, there they go. You see? You asked and you got one. Oh, look at that. You can just see them under the water. Isn't that fantastic? It's so clear, the water. You could see that coming up from quite deep. Wow. Well, will you look at that? We started the day with blue sky and blue ocean, And as the sun is setting, we have this glorious pink sky.
It's still a blue ocean.
It's still a blue ocean. Look, I don't know whether you can capture it on here. If you can turn around and show the pink sky.
This is a beautiful sight looking out the back. We've got a little bit of a wait because we are moving. A pinkish sky, not many clouds. It has been such a relaxing day, and this is a great way to, well, not end the day, but to go inside and get ready for the evening. On our way back in, they have a station in the pantry with antipasti for us. So we're going to grab a couple of plates of little cheeses and meats and artichokes and things to take back to the cabin just to have while we're getting ready.
You can buy the cheese board or the charcuterie board from the Avalon Cafe down on deck 5. Or, like us, you wait until about 5 o'clock-ish when the food comes on in the pantry, and they always have kind of cheeses, breadsticks, deli meats, that kind of thing. I've even got a little deviled egg today and some olives. Come up on deck and enjoy it with a little drink and watching the sunset.
Down here in the lobby tonight, 6:15 was meet the officers. The captain and all the officers, or quite a few of the officers anyway, are mingling around with the guests, and they're available to talk to. We've talked to George, the cruise director, so far, and we've also had a good chat with the captain. This is the guy that you can see in the shot here. Really nice guy, a really good chat, and they're all very happy to be here in Australia. They're very happy to be here in Australia and working with Carnival Australia. They love it here.
We're in Angelo's tonight. This is the second of the included dining options. Strangely enough, we are in exactly the same position that we were in last night in the waterfront restaurant. I kind of said to Robert, oh look, they've sat us in the same place, and then realised that we were actually in a different restaurant. Very noisy in here tonight. It's about 8 o'clock, so it's really, really busy. They did a special menu because it's Easter, so the menu all looked beautifully decorated with little bunnies and Easter eggs and things, and the menu was a little bit extra special, so they've even got surf and turf, and there was a bit of seafood as well for the starter, and lamb was kind of prominent. I think there was 2 things of lamb on the menu. So I got the seafood linguine. Here it is here. That's quite a big portion for a starter, I would say.
You could have that as a main course as well. It did give it you as an option
You
for a main
could,
course.
but I would say, I don't know how much you got as a main course, but this is absolutely huge for a starter. Let's see what's inside. It's barely warm. A little bit disappointing from as of last night. It was very, very hot, the meal. And it's barely warm. It's got a seafood sauce on it, which is really tasty, very, very nice. It's just it's a real shame that it's like, it's gone cold basically. And so it's a real shame because it's very, very tasty, delicious. But I think I'll just eat it because they are so busy, and it's now getting after 8 o'clock, and I don't want to miss the show. But normally I would probably send that back and ask them to eat it up.
I've already tucked into mine. I had the lamb shoulder croquette. Wasn't really sure what to expect, but I have tucked into it. Now, I expected some lamb. There is lamb shoulder, but it's a low potato. It's a potato and lamb mix in here. It's a bit spicy, actually.
Is it spicy?
Yeah, the temperature's really good. Actually. And it's got a little bit of a kick. It's got this sauce, which is this one, the really sweet oil sauce. So I won't be eating that because I don't like that. But it doesn't actually need it because it's very moist with the potato and the lamb in there as well. I don't know how much lamb there is. The lamb flavour is not prominent, but it is. It's very tasty, very moist, and a good temperature.
I think we laughed when it came and it was just 2 croquettes because we kind of went, it could have just done with a handful of leaves thrown on there just to make it kind of, I don't know, pretty the plate up a bit, but you say it's still quite tasty as it is.
It's very tasty, actually, yeah.
For my main, I ordered the macadamia crusted salmon. It came on a bed of creamed peas and potatoes. Unfortunately, I don't want the dairy on that, so I asked for some different potatoes. So
they were Parmesan potatoes. That's where the dairy comes
right.
in.
So we got these skillet potatoes. They're delicious, they're lovely. Some broccoli. And lovely. And most importantly, the salmon.
The salmon was what, macadamia crusted? Yeah.
That's beautifully cooked for me. That would probably be a bit overcooked for Robert. He likes his still a little bit undercooked in the middle. But for me, that's perfect. Oh, thank you. It's nice. Actually, there's not a lot of flavour in the macadamia crust. But yeah, it's a really nice, well put together meal.
On the special menu tonight was surf and turf. It's a filet mignon with some grilled prawns. Now, the filet mignon came in two options, pink or well done. Of course, I had the pink. This is the potatoes and the broccoli that you had with your
That's right,
salad.
yes.
So. I
was really surprised they gave this because this is normally an optional extra that you can have on the menu. I think it's about $38 or something like that, isn't it, on the menu? No? So that's a bit of a treat.
It is. Now, look, it's really tender. It's not pink, but it is really tender. That's disappointing. It's
cold.
Oh,
Yeah, fine one.
it's just, and whether it's just a steak or
Try the prawns.
prawns are like the steak. It's, I think it's been sat around. It's a shame. It would be beautiful, but it's like, it really is very, very low temperature.
Very,
What can I say?
very
Look,
low temperature.
I'm not, if this is a beautiful meal. I'm not saying everybody's going to experience the same. I'm going to eat what I can, but it is a little bit disappointing because it's very tender steak. It's cooked a little bit more than I would like, but that's just my personal preference.
It's a shame because look how beautiful that is.
I know.
So.
It's just a shame. Anyway, let's get on with it before it goes any colder.
It can't do if it's cold.
Okay, you got to check this out. Seriously, we were a little bit later out of dinner than our friends Deb and Matt. They'd already got seats down in the theatre for the comedy. Now, this is the comedy, remember, there are 5 acts. One place you do not sit at a comedy act is at the front. Look at these seats. Look at these seats that they have got for us. Oh yeah, they're ignoring us now. Oh yeah, they're ignoring us now.
Do you know what? I'm just waiting for them to get up to say, we're just going to go for drinks and actually leave us two at the front while they clear off.
And if this is rubbish, if this is absolute rubbish, we are stuck. We cannot get up
Yeah,
and
we
walk
can't get
out.
up and walk out.
Not from the front of a comedy show. Anyway, hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully we'll have a good laugh.
We've got not one, not two, but 5 comedians just
wow.
for you. Yeah, we're going to have loads of fun. Of course, this is your 15+ show, so viewer discretion is advised. Are you ready for a great show? Your first comedian this evening is all the way from Australia. Her name is Fiona McGarry.
The meal might have been cold, but the comedy was hot, hot, and smoking.
It was. The Comedy Gala, it features 5 comedians. We've seen pretty much most of them before, but every single one was on point tonight. Every single one. It's like hysterical. As you saw, we got the front row because our friends Deb and Matt sort of like persuaded us to do that, and I am so glad they did because it was brilliant. I was a bit afraid that we might get called up for something, but we didn't. In fact, not only did we not get called up for something, you got a little present, didn't you?
I did.
You got a present.
I got a bob-down card with a little verse inside. It was just cracking. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Good comedy all the way through. And you know what I really liked? That was a 15+, not an 18.
Yeah.
So there was a few little F's and fluffs and stuff, but it was good. But I say good, clean humour. It was good comedy.
Oh, I laughed
all the way through. Yeah. Proper jokes, proper kind of, proper set from each of them. Whereas sometimes when it gets to that 18+ one, sometimes it's literally just foul language all the way through, and there's not actually any jokes in it. We've seen a few like that when we've gone, this isn't really comedy. That was just,
it was excellent.
Yeah,
in fact,
really
it went on for over an hour, and in less than half an hour, Ashley is doing a late night comedy down at the Black Circus, so we're going to go and make that one as well. In the meantime, I need a drink.
We've just been to see the second of the comedy acts for tonight. So this was just one guy on his own. It was Ashley Phil's Ames. I think I've said it right. It's a French name with a hyphen in the middle.
Yeah. He's an American though. Well, actually, no, he's Australian. He's originally American, but now he's an Australian.
He was really funny. So although that was the 18 plus, they can often get unfunny because they then just get kind of more and more. I don't know what's the term I'm looking for.
I don't know, but he wasn't that much different than the PG show.
No, and it was really good because it was just
hysterical.
Really good comedy, really good routine that he had. So sometimes they can get just a little bit rich. Is that the right word?
Sometimes people rely on crudity and...
That's what I'm trying to say, yes.
Yeah, whereas he was not.
Genuinely funny and funny. To a packed house in the theatre. We thought it was going to be in the Marquee. I think that's where they directed us to.
It was in the Marquee.
And
we thought
we thought it was going to be in the Black Circus, but it was actually in the Marquee, which is the theatre. Really, really good. Excellent.
We've had this is a comedy cruise, and we have had a fantastic day of comedy.
Yeah.
Well, evening of comedy. We had a relaxing day, but this tonight has not disappointed with the comedy gala and the late night show and everything. It's been fantastic. And tomorrow there is a full day of comedy events. So,
yeah,
looking forward
but tonight is not over yet, Robert. We've got a choice of karaoke. I think there's the piano bar.
Let's go to karaoke.
There's casino. So we've got a few things still to go. We went off to the Encounter Hotel where the karaoke was absolutely blaring, wasn't it?
It was good.
Full crowd. And we had people getting up on their own. Gosh, how brave are those people? Some fantastic voices.
A lot braver than me.
Oh, really, really good. But people were joining in and really encouraging them. And then we had parties of people that got up. And we're just all singing together, and it's just really, really good fun. I had a great atmosphere in there tonight. And now we had a decision about either to go to the piano bar, up to the nightclub.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot going on in the piano bar though, so it's like, well,
we did that last night.
There was the
we?
piano, but there wasn't a lot of people in there, so.
Yeah, it needs a few more people to get the atmosphere, and I think is it Andy Keys?
Yeah,
he's fab. Do you know what? He's really, really talented.
It's a shame, really, because he's such a good pianist, but people just don't seem to be into the...
It's too big a room. My comment would be, it's too big a room to get that kind of intimate sort of feeling that you need when you're having a piano sing-along and everything. But anyway, so we thought we would make it to
casino or nightclub.
Where are either the bright lights of the nightclub or the bright lights of the casino. Now it's all been done out. I wonder if it's they've sprinkled a little luck powder over the tables.
There's a little bit of an ulterior motive on my part as well, because I wanted to get some points on our card to see if we can get some deals.
Okay, maybe. We've never had one yet.
We'll see what happens.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, casino got the vote.
It did. And we're going to do a little bit of roulette. And you know why? Because you spin me round, baby. Right round.
Like a record.
Round. It is supposed to be 80s night up in the discos. That's my little bit of 80s.
Yeah, that's a bit, 80s night in the disco, but it's 80s night tomorrow.
It's carnival all over. It's a schmozzle. Honestly, they get everything all wrong, and it's all in the different places. And they'll have 80s for the in the camp club for the kids.
That's right. Yeah.
They had 80s, and then they had that yesterday. It's just they just mix it all up, and we think they actually have a dartboard or something, and they just stick a pin. And it's like, let's just have tropical. Let's just have tropical, and we'll throw in a little bit of glow party in there as well. Anyway, I guess they just mix it up, and people will find whatever takes their fancy.
Well, let's chance our arm on the tables.
Okay. So clearly, the magic winning dust did not reach my little patch in the casino. With a few little wins.
Yeah, a couple of little wins.
Couple of little wins. We only ever, so we buy the chips, we have a little set amount that we want to gamble. Once it's gone, it's gone. So
It just went quicker than normal tonight, didn't it?
the roulette tables, it's $2 a chip, minimum bet $10. So we could have we had quite a few goes, quite a few games, about an hour and a half. I think we were in there, which is pretty good, pretty nice night. Loads of fun on the tables, but no winning streak there. Then we decided that we were going to have room service and order either pizza or something. Anyway, it's on the app, but you also get this in your room, which tells you all the goodies. By the time we'd kind of negotiated on the app and through this menu, which is slightly different, one is slightly different to the other.
Yeah.
It does say it changes depending on the time of day, but that's not clear in this one. So by the time we kind of ummed and ahed over it, we were like, oh, it's too late. Let's
wait till breakfast.
just call it a night. It's not like we need any more food.
That's true. That's true.
Although, you know what that?
I did fancy those buffalo chicken wings. Anyway, another time.
Yeah. I think it was just we were a little bit peckish because, as we had said, the food was cold in the restaurant.
Anyway, we did mention it because, there's no point in complaining, like, moaning to yourself.
To you and to each other.
Unless you're going to do something. So we did mention it to the maitre d', and we did say this is.
We just said we're just going to give you feedback that we just thought the food was lovely on the plate, lovely flavours, but it was stone cold.
Yeah.
Which made it kind of a bit of inedible.
So, and what we would say is, if you go on a cruise and something's not right, say something to them. The only way they're going to know about it, and the only way you're going to get something changed, is if you say something. No point in going and moaning outside and talking to your friends and social media. Talk to the people who can do something about it.
Yeah, and actually we would have just sent it back, only we wanted to rush off and go and see that comedy show.
Anyway, we do not want to leave this down a downer, because tonight has been
It's been
big
cracker.
A big increase on last night. We've had a great night.
We are definitely going to bed with smiles on our faces. There are improvements that could be made on here, but overall we've had a fun day.
But for a comedy cruise, the comedy gala, and the comedy show tonight, and everything else, it's actually been a great night. It's been so much better than last night.
Yes.
But we've got another day tomorrow. Yay! So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We're going to go to bed now. If you've liked this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe, hit the notification button if you want to see more of our videos. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for supporting us. We will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
See you. Bye now.
Good night. Okay, we did succumb and we ordered some room service. So we got some samosas. These are potato and pea samosas. These are all very hot. Now this was $5, and I didn't think we'd get 3, but we got 3 for $5 with the sauces. So that was $5.
Oh yeah, and two dips.
And then we got some onion rings here. This was $4. Now the dip doesn't look too good. They look a bit
undercooked. Those
they look a bit undercooked. And then we got some wedges, which
they're
has
nice
got
and hot. Oh, they're lovely. Look at those.
some aioli and
And I like those all with
what is that? Let's try this.
all with the skins on.
Oh, sweet chili. So that was $4. That was $4. That was $5. $13. I know it's all deep fried food, but okay. All right, that's it for us. Night night.
It's so hot, beautiful.
Night night.
Are you feeling blue this morning, Robert?
I am not. I'm feeling rosy today.
Because my picture girls.
Oh yeah.
Morning, Robert. You know, are you feeling? And Robert's feeling exceptionally. What? No.
I don't think it's the whaling. No, the season for the whales, not the whaling season. I don't think it's the season. For something completely different.
No, we don't.